That's it. Today's the first 60-minute show. Is that it?
That's right.
All right.
First 60 minutes of the rest of your life.
For an hour. I can't hear. You know, I went to yeah, we got to get our mics adjusted. I have nothing either. Hold on, folks out there.
Yeah, I can hear you now, man.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you.
You can't?
Which one am I without deafening me? You guys out there without a little lower, a little lower. I'm going deaf. A little lower, little lower, little lower. We'll get you. Oh, no, now you shut me off again, David. All right, there. Let me get somebody who could see on here. Folks out there, we're just adjusting our volume in here.
Please stand by. Let me get somebody who can see.
There we go. Now I'm good, I think.
What a guy.
Anyhow, guys,
please stand by.
last week we were recorded because I went to Atlantic City. And I saw Wayne Newton. I saw Wayne Newton.
Oh, wow.
I got to tell you, man.
I'm here, Mr. Shane.
I think it's Dankeschön. He was.
Dankeschön.
Darling Dankeschön. You know, what a performer, man. But you know.
Hi, I'm Wayne Newton. I'd speak to you, but my skin has been stretched so tight across my face, my lips are pressed up against my teeth.
Wow, that's good. You guys got to see this on. I can't wait. We're looking to go live February 1st, streaming our show.
Yeah,
we're trying if we can get some new equipment.
Streaming and I'm gonna have to wear clothes.
Streaming and streaming. Rob, we're gonna make you a TV star, not a radio personality.
Oh my! And who's that handsome gentleman?
Well, Rob, so Atlantic
Steve
City.
Toth. There's Steve Toth over there.
Toth is
and
here.
we got Joey.
Joey Crazy Boxes relaxing in the back.
He'll be diving in every once in a while.
Yeah, we got. So listen, Atlantic City. I get in Friday night with my wife. I get on. I play the high limit slots.
Mm-hmm.
I pull the machine and I, say a prayer and I hit for 10,000.
Ching ching ching.
Ching ching ching. Chasing
you hit 10,000.
Okay, yes. Now,
and you bet you already gambled.
So I called my brother. He said, get in the car and go home. I called Joey.
Go home now.
Everybody I called said, get in the car and go home. Unfortunately, I didn't do that.
Oh, gambled away 11 balls.
So, I wound up leaving ahead. We had a great weekend, and now we're back here.
Another AC story.
Right, so we wanted to talk about a few things. I got to tell you, last night I was on the phone. I called my brother Wayne, for most of my advice my whole life. And as you know, everybody knows out there, I was partners with my brother, and now we're not partners, but it doesn't mean we're not brothers and love each other more than ever. And, I guess sometimes his guys don't realize that in his stores, and they get a little bit flustered, or I don't know. So we had some issues this week at the store. I made a comment to his guys that they were catatonic, and they didn't know what the catatonic
At which point they fell over.
At which point they fell over. I only find this out through my nephew, who I love and adore, who's the main man, my nephew, who's taken over the reins now of my position.
Junior.
That's pretty much Junior.
Yeah.
And Junior is the man. I got to tell you, I couldn't be prouder as an uncle than him. So, I was on the phone with my brother last night asking.
Oh, okay, one
Getting a
more, please.
listening audience, and this could become something, and I think it is, because we're passing out our card everywhere. So people that I saw in Atlantic City, or anybody I have, we have callers. You can call in at any time, and we'll take them. Actually, I think we got a caller already on the show, so we're going to take it right now.
Who's that?
Go ahead.
Hi, I was at your shop 2 weeks ago, and it's a very nice shop, the pawn shop on Dawson Avenue.
Oh, that's great.
What is it, right next to
Playtime.
the flea market?
Yes.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Give me that pen. That's
I brought in two broken candlesticks that made of sterling silver, and we discussed it. And
all right, I remember you, ma'am. That's really great. Thanks for calling in. We appreciate that. So listen, stop in my store, and we're going to have a special gift for you next time you stop in for calling in
okay,
today.
I have a question. Do you also do watch batteries?
Yes, we do. Hopefully, we have a pretty decent assortment there, but you bring it in. How about this? If you bring in your watch battery and I have it, it's on me for calling in. So mention that you called into the store.
You want my name?
Yes, that's what I'm going to do now. What's your name? Oh, you know what? So I don't do this on the air. I'm going to put our producer, our guy Rich, in the booth, and you're going to give him your name, and he's going to give me the list at the end of the show. So your watch battery is on us today.
Big Rig.
Thanks for calling in.
Cha-ching.
Anyhow, cha-ching, great caller. So what I told my brother last night, and brother brought up some important facts, like that people that come into the pawn shop, what's nice about going to a pawn shop for a loan is that a lot of people don't know why you're in there at our stores.
Sure.
They think that you could be there to buy a Rolex watch, you could be there to buy a diamond, or you could be coming in for a quick, very discreet loan. Yeah, well, you see, Rob, the negative thinking, we have to have somebody negative.
That's why I keep him around.
Yeah, I hear you. But you understand what I'm saying? You can have a very discreet loan. David's brought it up so many times. We're taking over the role of bank in a community now, and I'm seeing that more and more in my store because I'm running out of money more and more. So, these small loans are great.
You got money?
And, we have, I'm good, we have these stores in the area, and we're in Rockland County. HV Pawn is in Rockland, in the Thruway Plaza. That's my nephew's store. It's an unbelievable store. We have my store in the Playtog Shopping Plaza, which is the #1 pawn store in Orange County. And then you have my brother's stores. He's in Central Valley, which is a great jewelry store, and a great bunch of guys down there that I worked with for several years.
I was just looking at the video that we did of one of the other shows before the holidays, and that was a woman that called in and said that the shop down there in Rockland was so much nicer than
mine.
Well,
We took that to heart. No, I took that to heart.
shop.
I got to step up my game and chase my nephew around now. That's what's, I got to make my store as nice as his. So we actually just contracted to put all new floors in our store, and we're doing all neon lighting. And we're really cleaning up the act of our store because we want to attract the working people of the county to come into our stores.
Right.
So, like I was saying, there are a bunch of stores. It's not just my pawn store in Orange County. There are several pawn stores.
And they put a disco booth in for Steve. He's going to be dancing.
Disco Steve.
Disco Steve.
And we're really getting to we're getting ready to explode, folks, on the multimedia, on the net. That's why Steve Toth has just informed me that he's coming on board. On a full-time basis, where he's going to be really teaching us the web, because our website is and will remain the #1 hit pawn website in the tri-state area. With over 1 million hits last year.
Now, how do you parlay the hits that you're getting to HV Pawn into the full platform?
Well, that's that's the trick. You gotta harvest all that information.
Well, how many new ads that are unrelated to the pawn are they adding like every week? There's a statistic for that too, right, Steve? Where you're getting
unusual hits.
Yeah, right. Unique hits, unique visitors.
Right. Steve just informed me that we were getting 50 a day new hits.
50, 60 now.
And now we hit 80 hits a day. And when we hit 100 hits,
and that's people that aren't looking.
Again,
We got another caller. Go ahead, caller.
Go ahead, caller.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, I got a question for you.
Okay.
I got some gold earrings, and I was wondering, how do you work that? I mean, if I wanted to get a loan on them.
Well, you come into the store, we look at them, we determine what carat gold they are. It's a great question. They could be 22, 18, 14, 10.
What do you most usually see? 14 karat?
The 14 karat is common, but we determine the gold content, then we weigh it. And then we'll see how much you're looking to borrow, first of all, to see if we can get you to what you need. And we don't like to put people in too deep. We don't want them to borrow more than they can afford to pay back.
But you also buy too.
And we'll give you a separate offer to purchase it. You could either get the loan on it, which is something that's you don't get at a gold buyer. There you got to sell your goods. Here you have the opportunity to say, you know what, I only need $50, and we'll lend you the money, and then you come back for it and you get it back. So that's pretty much how it works.
When do you open?
We're open 7 days a week. It's 9 o'clock to 8 o'clock, and on Sundays 11 to 6 o'clock.
Right, and you're up there by National Wholesale up there on
National Liquidators, 128 Tolson Avenue, next to Playtogs, in the Playtog Shopping Center, next to National Liquidators. If you want a free gift, just stay on and talk to Rich in the booth, give her your name and everything, and we're going to get you something for calling in today. Thank you for your call, caller.
Thank you.
Anyhow, so, this week, just so you know, we're making a big push for callers.
Hi, what is your name?
Atlantic City, I was giving the card out all over the place. I had a couple of guys in Hugo Boss. I told them, call in the show, so we might start getting calls from other areas. Getting back to your question, Rob, harnessing that information, that's, a great question. That's why why Steve has come on. We're gonna be doing porn via the internet. You don't have to come into the store, so that's
How do you
something.
do that?
Well, that's something, you know, on the internet, you'll see our new website, which is going up live when you say.
Upcoming week?
This upcoming week, we're going live with our new website, and basically it'll have, you'll go right to the web, go to www.hvporn.com, and there's a tutorial, very self-explanatory. If you have a watch, or a car, obviously you have a car and you're out of state, that's gonna be a harder porn. But, we're gonna reach 35, 40 million people now with the internet and try to, do those loans, those pawns online, and have them be done.
Call it e-pawn.
E-porn, yeah, I think there is an e-porn, but this is HV porn, so, basically you'll put a description of what you have on there, Rich, and then you'll also tell us what you're looking to borrow, because that's always an important question a pawn broker needs to ask people when they come in. How much do you need? Because we're there to try and serve you and get you how much you need, and unfortunately, not all the time are we able to do that, so, but we try to get you, everything that you need to do, so. That's how the online porn, a brief synopsis of how it works, so.
But what about, what are you gonna do about testing gold and things like that?
Well, listen, at some point they have to mail it to you, and we'll send them a self-addressed, return FedEx insured envelope, and they'll mail it back to us. It then gets opened up in front of a camera, so it's all verified.
Yeah, because I know that there are outfits that do that, and people send their gold in and it's like adios.
We don't want to be one of those outfits, you build your life on your reputation, and hopefully we'll build a good, strong reputation in that field also.
Well, I know you, Gary.
Like we have. Well, listen, I'm on
I can
eBay.
vouch for this guy.
Listen, I'm on eBay, and you talk about a venue that's hard to please. You're trying to please people. I have a lot of people. I try to strive for 100%, but in this world you can't please everybody all the time.
10%.
But you can do your best.
10%.
No,
no matter
I'm
what
around
you do.
1%. I'm around 1% not happy, which is good. That's why I say 10. I don't know. That's getting crazy. I'd be fighting my way out of a closet.
Well, no, I mean, if you're talking about traditional, like for instance, retail returns is at between 10 and 12%, no matter what it is you're buying.
Right.
And online has gotten, it's less, it's somewhat less because people don't want to have to go through the hassle of returning things, but it's still close to 10%.
So the show basically, folks, is an hour of what porn is about. It's about my life, chasing G. So, there's going to be a lot of crazy stuff we do on the show, nutty stuff, and we're going to get it streaming live, and then there's going to be, the serious talks. If you ever have a real serious question, call in at 651-1110.
Not so serious.
Or not so serious. If you think we're, acting like jackasses or something, you can call in, we tend to
pay
do
us
that.
more like
I think I'm allowed to say that on the air, right, jackass? I'm gonna
long
fine
ears.
tune my vocabulary for you folks out there, so Rich doesn't have to bleep me out all the time.
Yeah, see, that's what
I
I
know
thought
that
Wayne was
jackass
advising you
is
on.
an allowed word.
Yeah, it is.
Guys, don't act like jackasses over there down at who's that? Fort Knox Gold Buyers, etc. You guys don't act like jackasses. There's one you don't have to look up, okay? You don't have to look up jackass. Catatonic, you're in the dictionary.
That's it.
Where are we with Chasing G, the TV show?
We're still working on it. Right now, at the end of the month, from the 28th to the 30th, is the NAPTE, National Association of Television Program Executives down in Miami.
Yeah.
So we'll be meeting with them, and we'll be putting some stuff in front of them to see who, that's where all of the program executives from all over the country come.
All the networks?
All of the networks, all of the cables, everybody shows up to see what they call content is out there to acquire. And, we've got a bunch of stuff, a whole bundle of stuff to go down with and to be able to show them. So it's actually this radio program, when we start shooting it live and streaming it, actually we're shooting some video now and stuff that we shot before the new year. All of that stuff is actual saleable programming in the television program marketing.
And if I believe, there's actually a woman in Manhattan today listening to our show that has expressed some interest at, getting a piece of the action. I mentioned her
Right,
name
she's
to
a rep,
you.
too.
What was her name? Lucy.
It's Lucy Jordan.
Lucy Jordan. She's bought a bunch of shows to.
She works with Candor Entertainment.
Right, Candor Entertainment. She's done some really impressive things in the industry, and she said, she told my representative, there's too many porn shows already. We don't
And
need one
she's
in every
right.
state. And I think she's 100% right. There are too many people making jackasses out of themselves on TV. We want to do a serious show on the stories behind porn and make a difference. I could get in a fight on TV and act like a jackass all day long.
You can get a fight right here. We can start this right now, man.
Hey, throw that right in when you're out of your league, David. I'm a badass. I'm taking my shirt off now for you. Hey,
He's
badass
badass.
going on
You're
the
the
air,
radio.
Rob's shaking his head. Rich is saying badass is a little bit questionable. Tone that one down, but Jack, yes, I'm good.
He tweeted.
I'm good with Jack. I love this.
You got the 8-second delay hit.
Joey, I'm loving the radio here now. I didn't know the things I could say, man. I thought I was shut down.
Yeah, I'm actually back to my roots. I actually started in radio. Yeah, Pacifica Radio, WBAI, back in late 1960s. Who couldn't back in the day?
What was the one that show on TV? WTVQ
Radio
in
back then?
Cincinnati? What was
Oh,
it?
WKRP.
I thought it was WTVQ in Cincinnati.
Now, I worked with her too, Lonnie Anderson.
You worked with them all, David.
Yeah,
You
I've
are
been around.
a well-rounded man. You've been around. They're gonna make a wax figurine of you with Madame Tussauds. That's what I heard. They're gonna make a wax figurine.
As long as it doesn't end up in your shop, I'm good.
In fact, I might commission a wax figurine for you in my shop.
Really.
For you folks that haven't
Get
seen
one in the
David,
corner.
he's a striking individual.
Speaking
Wears-
of the shop, what's new in the shop this week?
Rob's always reeling us in. You know, we have the voice of reason. You know, we got the characters here, just so you guys know out there. Listen, I'm a jackass according to serious one, I would say that, right? Steve is...
Yes, ma'am.
You know, relax there, Buckwheat. I'm getting you. David is Hollywood, man. You look at David, he's got that look. You know, and we talked about this 2 weeks ago. I had told David's wife that he's incredibly flaky. And it took him a few weeks to get back to
Mentioning
him.
that, Gary.
I'd like to get back to that.
I resemble everyone.
I resemble everyone. Oh, we got the Ed McMahon in the group. So he's laughing. I like that. I got the same.
Right you are, sir.
Listen, I think it's going to be good when we get this on air. But anyhow, David's got that. Do you agree, Rob? He's got that. He's got that Hollywood look.
He's got that, what that logo is on his shirt. I don't know what that is.
You know, his shirt you wear.
Well, I don't have any hair on my chest, so I got a shirt, a little patch. It looks like all kinds of
It's
stuff.
a nicotine patch. It's a pacemaker hanging. Oh my God. Anyhow, for you folks out there, we're not, complete jackasses here. We do take porn seriously. PAWN.
That's it.
My brother,
Pornography.
now, getting back to my brother last night, he brought up another good thing, and I don't know if we could do this here. He said, Gary, porn just sounds so, he goes, sometimes it sounds like porn,
Right.
and some people are, they're shy of the porn industry. So what Rob, you have
Maybe
any
you
ideas?
give it a-
Collateral loan brokers, like my brother said, Gary, why don't you come up with some names, like, that give it a
How about
different
having callers call in with what it
Why don't you call in
There you go.
651-1110 for the next 2
There
or
you
3
go.
weeks? We're gonna take your advice
Okay.
on
How
what
about-
we can call the store.
How
right?
about exchange?
We do barters. We do bartering
There
in
you
our
go.
store. I bartered yesterday a motorcycle, a Baja 70 for a set of chrome rims I had. So we do, just so you guys know out there,
22?
the collateral, they were 20s, but
Ah.
the collateral loan brokers, the true old school shops, where you did collateral loans, not porn, collateral loans, did everything. They
Right.
bartered, they,
Right.
they traded. We're grounds on, we're street traders from a ground level. But man, we got Rolexes. You go to my nephew's store, this guy's got, 15 of the hottest watches on the market there now. So, you're not just going in because you need money. And if you do, that's okay. We'll treat you with respect and give you the cash you need. But you come in, you get some of the best deals you've ever seen in these stores. I mean, he's got high-end diamonds, watches that blow your mind there.
Hey,
I
we're
mean,
being filmed on a camera.
we are being filmed, and we're going to put this up on
Yeah.
YouTube. I bought that camera because I wanted it to be a makeshift
That's
photography.
how Wall Street got started, mercantile exchange. People
That's
would
it.
trade and
That's
buy and
exactly
sell
right.
all
Well,
types of things.
there you go. There's a piece of info.
There
And
you
Steve's
go.
an ex-Wall Streeter. Steve,
I'm an ex-Wall Streeter.
he's an ex-Wall Streeter, so, and that's how Wall Street got started, right, Rob?
That's
you
the
say?
basic concept. Yeah.
Right, the basics. So we're going back to basics, old school. For you folks out there that don't see it, I have 2 watches on today, so that's so I can get twice the amount of work done in half the time. You like that, right? I'm wearing wearing an Omega Tiffany. This Omega is a
Oh, that's
Tiffany
nice.
edition.
Yeah, that's a really
That's
nice.
old school, and that's for sale in my store. Anybody out there wants an old school
nice.
Omega Tiffany, come on in, man. I mean, this is great stuff here,
That is,
man.
that's a
Watch us out on the
that's a
exit,
classic watch, man. That's a classic.
If you just want to make an
Yeah,
offer
anybody
on
out there
there,
wants
make
it.
an offer if you have
This
any
is, it's an
interest in it.
original Omega
It's an
Tiffany.
Omega Tiffany edition,
Right, look,
old
it's got
school.
the-
You wind it. It's got a black leather
It's got the
band.
gold letters.
It's
the
a
gold
it's a
numerals.
it's a small watch. It's probably around 28 millimeters. So
Yeah,
you
right.
guys, you know, you gangsters out there
That's
that
a
are looking
nice
for the 44 and 50 millimeters, this isn't for you.
That's right.
You know,
Right,
we're
that's
a little
nice.
low there. Good looking watch though.
Very nice.
I gotta take a sip of my Bresk. You know, Rob, you want to reel us in?
Well, I tell you what, why don't we take a break?
There we go.
The
Oh,
half-hour mark
we're
here.
ready for a break.
Don't
What
go
are we
away, though.
playing?
We'll be back for the second half of Chasing G
Chasing
Live.
G. What are we playing? My song?
We're gonna play some.
Chasing cars? All right, good. We got something going.
And we're back. Chasing G
back.
Live, part
With a
two.
caller. Ooh, live caller.
And we've got a caller. Go ahead, caller.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I can barely hear you.
I'm sorry. This is Chasing Gary live. G, baby. What's up?
So for David, did you
Hello? It's for David? That must be me.
Caller, we got a bad connection.
Yeah, we got a
caller.
bad connection. You're gonna probably have to call back in.
Okay.
All right, we lost him. Anyhow, that's what
Yeah,
we're
they
all
shouldn't
about
be-
here.
you know, they
callers.
call it on cells, you know, sometimes the cell doesn't.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
little bit
It's
hard.
much better to be calling a regular line.
Yeah, be safe out there too. Don't call,
Yeah,
text,
do
and
not
drive.
call, right, exactly.
You know, I don't want
That's
to get
Gary's
crazy.
trick.
That's why leave that up to me, man. I'm the jackass of the road.
Dude, watch him chasing G in a big A.
Don't text and drive, you might spell something wrong.
Right. I have spell check on my thing. That's a good thing. That's why I do it. So we're talking about the show Chasing G and our station owner, right? Our station owner here is Frank. Right? Frank, I don't think you're taking me seriously enough, man. I'm a
Let's be
powerhouse. Let's be frank.
Hey, I
Frank.
went to dinner with Frank last night, he was very serious.
Well, I don't know. I get his thing in the mail. It talks about all the new guys. All the,
Yes, sir. One moment.
dripping through your pipes, Frank. Frankie, you want to peep your head in and let me see you, Frank? I
And I
saw
think
you.
we've got
Another
that caller.
caller?
Got
That
the
caller's
caller
back.
back.
All right, we'll take it.
Hello. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
No, different one. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, you're on the air with Chasing G.
How you doing? Yeah, I came in yesterday. You guys bought my video camera off me.
We're using it right now, man.
Right now,
I'm using your video right now. I love that camera, man.
It worked good, right?
Yeah, that was a good. That's old school, like the watch I'm wearing. My guys told me it's a little old now,
No, but it's good.
It's a good camera. Thank you. 1080p. I might need you to come record. You might have got a job by showing me that camera. If I go, listen, stop in the store regularly. If I get picked up or syndicated, you got a job. How's that sound?
Yeah, listen, are you a
I
filmmaker?
had a job doing that before in that video game. So.
Yeah, all right, that sounds good. You see, that was more than selling a camera. You want to tell the people out there your experience with me, how it was? Was it pleasant? I mean, did it work out for you?
Yeah, it was awesome. Honestly, I thought you bent over kind of backwards to help me out in the situation. So, I mean, like you said you didn't know if you could make as much as you could on it, but you still met me right where I was looking to get.
Ah, that's great to hear. You hear that, folks out there? This is real callers. This is what porn shows are about.
That's
What's
right.
really going on.
We didn't have to hardly pay him
This was a
anything.
young man who came in, nice guy, had a really great product.
Yeah, it's a good
We
camera.
needed to try and find a good, happy medium that made him happy and me happy, and I think we succeeded in that.
There you go.
You're a gentleman for calling in. I
Hey,
think you
leave
got
your name
the
with
house.
leave your name with Rich.
But no, I know this guy. You
Oh, you
stop
do.
in the store and see me periodically,
go.
okay, bro?
All right, I will, definitely.
Thanks for calling in. I
Hey,
really
actually, you should
appreciate
make
it.
sure we get your information too
Yeah,
over
you know
at
what?
Willie Gilly
Rich-
Productions at williegilly.com. You go over
Rich
there
is going to
and
take
stuff.
your information down, okay? Because I work with Willie Gilly. He might have some work for you too, okay?
All right, definitely.
All
Thanks.
right, Rich is going to take your information now, so don't hang up.
All right.
All right, that's great. You see,
Do you get a lot of repeat customers?
that's all I got to say today.
Hey, listen,
Take me
we have to
serious.
do that. What is that? That ounce of silver goes to somebody who comes in with with some good recommendations, and we choose their name.
If you come into my store and bring us some strong recommendations, and you're going to walk away with an ounce of silver. Today's value is $30. So, you know, who else is offering $30? Walk in and give me some good solid advice. Now relax, there's limited quantities while supplies last. Okay, I don't.
And only he knows.
I'll come 4,000 people will be outside when I go back. You know, it's supposed to be a million or two to do the Frank show. You know, Frank, are you taking me seriously? Because the water's, we're dripping up here now. Did you put a new roof on this building when you did it?
It's gonna bust in.
I listened to your show, Frank. You see, unlike a lot of other people out here, I'm too that's it. No, it's a fly by night. All right. That phone, I'm gonna have that phone. My mission, Rob,
Ringing off the hook.
is have that phone ringing off the hook. And I started that mission this week, and I think the proof is in the pudding, as they say.
Actually, yeah. The idea is to create.
Is that another caller?
No.
Take it personally. Take it personally. It's my time. It's my time. Jesus Christmas. Can I say Jesus Christmas? Damn it.
It's over.
Listen, I'm making radio history.
The idea, Rob, is to create a completely interactive multimedia full loop.
Now you know why I got him.
The internet feeding into radio, feeding back into internet, feeding back.
Can you put that?
So it's a complete entity that draws on everybody's interests in whatever media they're
So
working.
your platforms are radio,
TV and MTV.
All right, can you just the way you put that was so
Social
eloquent.
media.
Social media. You did that so eloquently. I really appreciate that, and that's why I got guys like this.
on Facebook?
Right, well, listen, yeah, we got porn on Facebook, but listen to me. Can you put that in simpler terms for my guys down at FK in Central Valley? Because they had trouble with catatonic last week. When you just spilled out, I put them into a coma, guys. Multimedia, interactive.
I think they're still drooling.
Can one of you guys, Evan, can I get a call in, Evan? 651-1110,
No, they may never
baby.
talk to you again.
I love, these guys love me. They know I'm a jackass. Those are guys that know I'm a jackass. They're gonna call
All they want to know is that they're getting the mentions, right?
no, listen, they're getting mentioned because they're great guys down there. I wish you guys would call in 651-1110. We're looking for callers. We're looking to take this to a new level. 651-1110. You don't have to have thick skin down there, Steve. Why don't you give us a call, man? Don't be
Listen,
afraid.
I wanted to get back to the National Association of TV Programming Executives. That's that in Miami this weekend from on the 28th through the 30th.
National.
Did you ever get a chance to take your? Yeah, this is where they go to sell all of the programs, buy all of the programs that are done on television from year to year. It's been around now for 50 years. It was established in 1962.
So isn't that your job to go there and sell this? I thought that was
I
your
can't go
job.
there without your authorization. I want to know when you're going to be down.
You know, I don't give a hell what you do. Sell the damn. We got a caller. Let's get serious here. Okay, caller.
Yes. I was up there 2 or 3 times. And, sort of treats me like I was family.
There you go. You treat everybody like you're
I like to hear that. When were you up there?
I think you're giving away my ounces of silver.
That is very possible. I did buy them from the street level, and I'm giving them away. Why don't you come back in? Maybe I can give one back to you.
Well, I'll be in a week, I guess.
Okay, listen, give your name to Rich when we get off, and I'm going to get you back one of your ounces of silver, if that works.
Hey, I have a question. I have one question for you.
Yes.
So, what kind of things do you use the money that you get from the pawns to what kind of you pay?
He sold. You sold me silver, sir?
No, I sold you silver twice.
Okay, and my producer's asking me what you did.
What do you? Yeah, because I'm really
You went
interested
to a
in
strip
what.
club.
Well, I just bought me a nice computer.
There you go.
I don't know how to use it, but it looks nice.
Yeah, but so there you are.
Take you a computer lesson if you'd like to. I think you can come in. I have a multimedia interactive.
Multimedia genius.
Gender changer. I got a guy give me an hour class on the computer if you'd like that.
Well, we'll see what happens in a week.
All right,
you
that
go.
sounds good.
But
Listen,
I
don't
sure
forget to give Rich your
appreciate
name.
being there.
all right,
you so
thank you
much.
very much, and we appreciate you. Without
Thank
you,
you.
there is no us. I sound like Ingrid Bergman.
Make sure you hold on the line.
Hold on the line and get you Rich for your information, okay?
Okay.
Thanks
All right.
so much.
How much is an ounce of silver now?
Around $30.
You imagine that's going up or down? And
I think it's going to the moon.
Sure.
What Obama's doing.
Sure.
I mean, listen, I hope he's not doing that. I know my brother said he's killing us, man. My brother also told me to be very careful what I say here. Don't go after anybody, because he said that they hear it and then I'm going to be in trouble. So, President Obama, I love you, baby. Keep doing what you're doing. And I'm not looking for any trouble. I'm just trying to get.
Now you're gonna get the other guys calling.
I'm just trying
You're
to get
scarier
to light,
than he
man.
is.
Listen, I'm just a little guy trying to make a little piece of earth like everybody else out there.
Look, what I can tell you is, though,
So let's go back
since
to
he
the
took
multimedia show.
Wait, since he took office, right, the AIG bailout, they made so much money, that's why they were gonna push that lawsuit. Right? Because they want-
AIG is an insurance company that all went
They
on
were bailed
vacation
out.
when he
Yeah, right.
got in, right?
That's
I
exactly
think
right.
everybody got a $5 million bonus,
Right,
right?
but that wasn't him, that wasn't his, they
Oh,
gave the
no,
money for
Obama
them to do.
did that.
Right, that was them.
That was
right?
them.
And they paid,
But Obama
they
didn't
made
put any
enough money
restrictions
off of
on
the,
it.
the
Listen,
stock market has doubled since he's been in office, by the way.
The
Just for
stock
anybody-
market has not doubled. He
It
didn't
has
go in
doubled.
office. He has not gotten in office at 6,500.
Yeah, it was-
Listen, folks out there, here's a good question. What was the stock market trading
There you
at when
go.
Obama
When
took
Obama came into
office?
office.
If you can call in and prove that to me, I got a $50 bill for you. How's that one?
There you go.
$50 if I can prove this man next to me wrong. Doubled. It doubled. What are you, crazy?
Doubled.
Callers, I'm looking at this. Somebody help me. Steve's gonna grab the 50 right next to me, man. I mentioned 50
You
bucks.
can't, you're on air, you can't get the $50.
Well, you're right. It's not for friends and family. Friends, family, and workers.
Employees with WTDQ.
Right. Employee, Frank, you can't get the money, Frank. Frank, let's talk about the leak in the bathroom, Frank. Was it wearing you out, Frank? You did a lot of talk about water on your show. At least there's some substance to my show, Frank. You talk about water, right? You flush the toilet on your show. Get to a real show, Chasing G, man.
Do we have the answer, Steve?
No. It's a mess. It's a mess.
Internet connection.
Right,
there you
Frank, you got no internet connection.
And that comes from an internet specialist.
That's the 4G.
I was telling people that we're 50,000 watts
We're down
of
to
power
1G.
over here.
Around the count.
What a
I
schmuck
think we're
I
down to
was.
1G.
With
1G right here, you're sitting right here.
I have morning at Schaefer's Garage on Route 6, you know.
What the heck are you eating?
No, listen, this is the best gas station in the world. Schaefer's on Route 6. The guy, you go in, see Henry and Arlene. You know, people are just sweethearts over there. The guy buys us breakfast every Friday. Talk about a match, yeah. Anyhow, I was in there, and he put our sign up. I was in there this morning, and I forgot what I was going to say. Well, anyhow, let's move on.
It's all right, you plugged this joint.
I was waiting to hear what you have for breakfast.
Yeah, really.
I get a single egg on a roll, and butter, extra butter. I'm looking to get out. I'm looking for the quick heart attack. I go, and my wife gets $4 million. I started writing. Does anybody in here have a will? You got a will, David?
No, I have a won't.
A won't. Rob, a won't. If you have a will,
I won't leave you anything if something happens to me. Make sure you take good care of it.
What happened to the wife gets 50%? I don't know when it said that. She gets it all.
That's
guys.
exactly right.
The wife gets. I had a guy in my store.
my debts.
Gets all your debts. I had a,
That's exactly it.
We're collateral loan brokers out there. In case you haven't heard, we're not pawn brokers. We're collateral loan brokers.
Which leads
We're
me to
trying to
another
put a new
question.
face on the pawn
Do
industry.
you take spouses in exchange?
It really depends.
You
I don't think my wife would like
We
that.
could use spouse.
We could use spouse. You can't buy a spouse.
How used is she?
Yeah, that's
You
the
can't
question.
buy a spouse? I beg to differ.
You can't buy a spouse.
That's what they call dowry.
Does that put
Years.
pressure on you?
Junior, what?
In the sense that there's a lot of people in the community that look to you as like a financial solution where they can't do it with the banks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not easy. Another great question from Rob. Listen, it's not easy being in there every day and seeing what's going on in society right now. Because like I said, a real collateral brokerage house isn't Detroit pawn, where we got a bunch of goons coming in and I got a caller, so we'll get back to that.
Go ahead, caller.
Go ahead, caller.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm calling to find out a little bit more about pawning and like what the options are. I was thinking about pawning something. I'm a pawn virgin. And what are the options? I hear sometimes on these TV shows you can either sell it or pawn it. Like what?
Well, my slogan
How
is
does the term work?
my slogan is pawn it, sell it, or buy it. The choice is always yours at HV Pawn. So the terms are basically pretty simple. Another great question from a virgin. So don't get jealous, honey.
Gary B. Johnson.
I'll try to be gentle with you and walk you through this very easily without popping your cherry too hard. Oh, can I say it? Oh, I got shut down for that, Rich? Did I get shut down? I hope you're not offended by anything I say because my wife tells me I'm infantile. So back to your great question. You bring something in and hopefully we establish a value. And like I always said, we need to see how much money you're looking to borrow and see if we can get you that. And if we can't, we try
Yes.
to be
Call up for Gary.
All right, they're up next.
right there. You sign a simple form and you pay 4% a month.
Hello?
It's pretty much-
Okay, you will be the caller right after the person that's on. Hold on a moment, sir. Okay, thank you.
Better option for people than like these quick payday loans and
Yeah,
all
I
the
think
other
so.
places that people look for.
I think so because a payday loan, and I thought about doing those, is, they get a pretty high percentage and they get your money, I think. I think how that works is they actually advance you your paycheck and then they take it, and they take your paycheck then. So, I mean, that sounds great in theory, but I'm not really up on how the pay loans work, but I think this is a better option. But I will, you know what, call in next week and I will do the research on that. On a payday. Nobody's ever asked me that question. You must be a very intelligent woman. You asked a good question. You stumped the stumper. Payday loan.
What is
Too bad I
she,
didn't call
okay,
last
Glenn,
week.
what is she?
Yeah, I would have had the answer. Well, I was watching Wayne Newton last week and Winning Money in Atlantic City. So, but that's a good question. A payday loan. I'm not sure about how they work and what percentages they work on, but I will do the research on it so I can give you a more intelligent answer next week. So, if you could call it again next week, that'd be great. We're gonna have Rich, our producer, take your name and that, and come up to my store. I'm gonna give you a free gift.
All right, sounds great.
All right,
Thanks.
thank you. Bye bye. Listen, this is my. Evan, did I stump everybody down there with catatonic?
Let's give me another.
They're not listening. Oh, I busted them up today a little bit. Come on, tell them to stop being wimps, man. Be a man, Steve. Be a man. Turn on the radio. Turn on the radio. Central Valley. Man up down there. Evan's the best. He's the jeweler down there, guy in Central Valley. Class act, #1 guy. Evan, leave your name and information with our producer, and we're gonna get you something fun.
Anyway, the Dow is hovering somewhere around 14,000,
Evan,
which is
you really want to leave your name? Do you know Gary? So he knows who you are. Okay, all right, sir. All right, sir. Thank you. Okay, let's be sure. Hello? One moment, please. One moment.
I'm a factual lover. I got another call, so quiet down in the peanut gallery. All right, let's go.
Go ahead, caller.
Go ahead, caller. I'm sorry, I wasn't calling you, I guess. All right, go ahead.
Hello?
Hello?
Did we lose her?
We lost our caller. Hey, beautiful Susie. Hey, hello?
Hi, is Gary there?
Speaking.
I just want to say I had a great I had a pawn there, like I got one from wherever I'm at in
Hudson Valley Pawn. That's okay, sweetheart. When were you in? The other day?
I was actually I pawned like my ring like a few times, but it was like underneath a different name, so it was my ring.
Okay.
And it was a great great pawn. It always gave me $80
Oh, cool.
in and out, but now I'm just having trouble because like it's in my name.
All right, well, don't worry. If it's in your name, that's good. So you had a good experience there. She's back, obviously. We treated you right?
Yeah.
That's great. So listen, honey, do me a favor, give your name and stuff to Rich, our producer.
Wait, before you
come
go.
back, hold on, let me finish. Jesus. When after we're done, David wants to talk to you one second, okay, real quick. But when you're done, get Rich, give him your name and everything. Next time you come in the pawn shop, I'm gonna give you something special, okay?
Yeah, and here's what I'm gonna say. Think up a good name other than pawn shop to call the business.
Helpful
bring that when you
hands,
come in.
collateral brokers, right?
Whatever idea you come up
even
with,
more special.
bring it in with you, and he'll give you something else. Give you some in addition.
All right, so hold on, caller. Rich is going to get your information, and we're going to see you soon, right?
Actually, broker almost has a better name as fund.
Yeah,
it does.
sorry.
Okay, thank you. Rich is taking you now, okay? So don't.
It was
He said 79.65. I wrote it down. That's why I use a pen.
All
Wrong. Shut up. Yes.
Okay, but
Obama loving, peace loving, Rob, it's all right, Rob. I'm not going to get pissed to beat the crap out of him. Can I say that?
it's still
Can I say that? We're getting hot here. I want to go viral on YouTube. I'm getting hot. Back up,
higher.
That's it.
You've got the muscle.
Stand on him, Joey. Let him know, Joey. Joey, you stay right next to him now. Watch what you say. Watch what you say. Yeah.
I can't allow you to beat him up.
Well, you guys think this is a big joke, right? I'm serious here. Frank, the water's coming in. All I got to say, I'm cutting the hose. When I go outside, I'm gonna bust your spigots off the door. It's gonna be a flood. It's gonna be a flood. The things I learned today. So where do I find? I know there's 7 words you can't use on radio.
George Carlin.
George Carlin 7. That's where I find out what I can say. So anything he didn't say,
I can tell you
say.
right after. Actually,
Okay,
exactly
what?
4 now, really.
I can't. No, but
It's down to 4 words. It's down to 4, so you could use a lot of.
back then
Only
it
four
was it was called the Unholy Seven.
Well, now there's a lot more freedom on the radio. You can say jackass, and that's huge.
You're
Man.
liberal.
All those liberal jackasses out there.
Dr. Charlie Fever got in trouble for saying booger.
What's booger mean?
Actually, the 7 deadlies are still pretty much 7 deadly.
Yeah, we're gonna get some listeners. I don't know if Frank's gonna like it in this little town of Warwick. I know he's got the hometown. He's like a home brother here. He's looking for a hometown. Hometown brother at WTBQ.
Yeah, really.
Check in. This is Gary.
That's right.
At WTBQ.
We just have a couple minutes left.
There goes the whistle.
We're down to our last couple. All right.
Man, that was the quickest hour, man. I love this one.
Well, what do you want, 2 now? Every time it's double up.
I don't want to. Tony, hold on. Tony, a shout out in Rockland County. We love you, Tony. Tony was one of my main guys. We lost him to my nephew.
When?
And Tony had to go down to Junior. Junior needed a little stability down there.
Really?
My nephew's, like I said, my nephew's. He's on his game.
No more Tony?
My nephew called me. Listen, I give him a lot of credit. He called me up and he said, Gary, I need a more mature. I need one guy to stabilize my business here. I said, you know what? Take Tony.
Hey, Tony.
He's been buying a lot of stolen crap. I can say crap, right? He's been buying a lot of stolen crap lately, so I figured, let me get rid of him. He's good. Let me get rid of him now. And he's down at my nephew's, but he is a good buyer for the Tony. If it says Parks Department on it, when it says Parks Department, it's a giveaway. It's a giveaway. Now this was
when the guy's still sitting on it driving, who's wearing a Parks Department outfit, you really...
And boy, that looked like a schmuck. The cops came in with the Parks Department and said, this is all stolen. I said, it's not yours. He said, it says Walden Parks Department on there. I said, well, you got me on that one, guys. But, that was one of New York's finest, a homicide detective. Nobody was killed. So, thanks, Tony. Tony, be careful what you ask for. Here he is. I get the whistle. Be careful what you ask for, Tony. I'm out of my mind up here. Big Wayne is here also. Wayne, I didn't know. Yeah, you see, you had to throw that in, right, Tony? You think you're going to quiet me down because my brother's there now, right? My brother's got my back.
Don't worry
about that.
Completely out of control.
My brother's got my back. He said I could put my sign back up in the laundromat.
Oh, there you go.
He told me last night, put your sign back, Gary. Thanks to good Lord. That was a good hour, folks. Goodbye.
That's the 60 on radio.
Yeah.
Live. We'll be back next week soon.
Back in the room.
That was a good